It's hockey night in New England, and it comes your way live from TD Garden in Boston, where this evening the Boston Bruins and Philadelphia Flyers finish up their respective preseasons on Boston ice. And hello again, everybody. High above the ice alongside Andy Brickley with Sarah Davis at Ice Level. I'm Jack Edwards. Well, that gurgling sound is not just the tap at your local favorite pub, but it's also the pipeline that is starting to bubble over for the Boston Bruins. The future is really bright for this team. The question, Brick, is this team ready to bring the future on right away, or is it a year away?
Well, obviously that is the question coming into the season. You try to have that draft and develop, and they've certainly done that with the roster turnover over the last couple of seasons. But when you don't make the playoffs for a couple of years, you got to get back in. So that's the delicate balance we're going to see this season.
Now, once upon a time, you realized you could actually make a heck of a living playing this game. And I want you to take us inside the heads of a couple of guys who are getting their last chance to show that they should stick on the NHL roster. Brick has gotten into the texting generation here, and when he was talking about Zarnik and a little back and forth we had last year, he summed it up in a couple of words: a player.
Yeah, and he's shown that again in training camp. This is a guy, if you're not familiar with him, a year ago in the American Hockey League, better than 60 points, a 20-goal guy, only at 5'9", 160. But when you look around the NHL today, there are guys that size that are impact players. Like a Tyler Johnson down in Tampa, who's a terrific player. All he's done in camp is really created that competition at center. There's a lot of veteran sentiment on this Bruins roster, but he's done such a terrific job. He's had pace of play, good decision-making. They've used him on the point on the power play. They like his skill set. Danton Heinen, kind of a different story. Hasn't had that American League experience really to speak of. He's trying to make the jump from college, but at this point in camp, Jack, he's shown that he has the capability to play with pace as well. Bruins trying to speed that up. And he's been around the net. He's been productive, but he's shown that hockey IQ. And those are the things you look for in camp. Not so much the statistics, but can you play at this level and be a contributing player?
Well, every place that Heinen has played, he has excelled. Most recently a couple of years at Denver, and he really was a dominant three-zone player there. A few minutes ago, Sarah Davis caught up with Danton Heinen.
Danton, final preseason tune-up. Just where is your mindset heading into this one?
I'm just thankful for the opportunity. I'm going to go out there, do everything I can, and have some fun.
This is your first main training camp with the Bruins. What are your biggest takeaways?
I think just learning the systems, learning how the Bruins want to play, and it's been great so far, so I'm just going to gotta have some fun with it.
All right, go have fun.
Thanks.
Danton Heinen and the Bruins take on the Philadelphia Flyers. Their final preseason tune-up. The season starts on Thursday night. We're back in a flash. The edition of Boston Bruins preseason hockey on NESN is brought to you by Ace Ticket. It's more than a ticket. And by Echo Store Technologies, your data center solutions provider. The fans at TD Garden rising to their feet as the Bruins get set to play the Philadelphia Flyers. And let's go to ice level.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in
Well, there is a youth movement going on. NESN.com brings you this evening's starting goaltenders. Steve Mason became a daddy for the first time a couple of nights ago as Emma bounced nicely into the world. And he's between the pipes for the Flyers this evening. Tuukka Rask gets his second preseason start for the Bruins. Of course, he's in pretty good form, having played for Finland at the World Cup of Hockey up in Toronto. Claude Julien back from Toronto, and yet another victory for Canada. Does anything change? And Dave Haxtell has done a terrific job with the Flyers, who made a dramatic run into the playoffs last season. The game is on, final preseason tune-up, and number 73, Brandon Carlo, is paired with the captain, Zdeno Chara. So far, Carlo, only 19 years old, has shown a lot of good stuff, Brick.
Yeah, he's a guy that got a little experience last year, late in the year in the American Hockey League, and really started to understand how big a jump it is from junior, not only to the NHL, but even to the American Hockey League. And because of that experience, it really helped him with his training in the offseason and his approach to training camp. He's looked real comfortable. At times, he's looked 19, but overall, a real good prospect on the back end for Boston. 7
games in the regular season with Providence for Carlo after his junior season in the Western Hockey League ended, and he got into a playoff game with the P. Bruins as well. Mason stopping the puck for Ivan Provorov, who is a tremendous young defense prospect, but he has a little trouble with it. Christian Ehrhoff guns it wide. Spooner picks it up, the saucer backhand past David Backes. Kevin Miller turns and slings it in deep. And Travis Konechny, number 63, looks as if he's about to win a spot as a Flyer, and he's passed with a lot of skill.
Yeah, I had a chance to visit with some of the Flyers management people prior to the game, and they talked a lot about him, and a bit of a surprise with his comfort level, his poise, his confidence, and what he's been able to accomplish at camp. And then you combine that with Braden Shen out at the start of the year with that suspension, opens up a little spot.
Well, let's see now. Little guy, 63, can score, pretty quick, doesn't mind mixing it up. Sounds familiar. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare throws it right to Torrey Krug. Matt Bolesky from close enough to the red line, or maybe it was tipped on the way through. Andrew McDonald controls for the Flyers. Shane Gostisbehere, what a tremendous rookie season he had. Rob O'Gara goes deep into the corner. O'Gara mucking against Bellemare. And Riley Nash comes away with the puck. Danton Heinen up to the red line, flips it in deep. Dominic Moore after it. Moore on a 1-year deal for Boston. David Pastrnak tries to rake the puck out of the skates. Controls at the blue line and slings it around. Brad Marchand has the puck pop over his stick. Matt Reed on the long clear. Tuukka Rask tries to catch Billy in a change. Pastrnak shovels ahead. Marchand's shot misses on the short side. Chara tries to one-time it. It bounces softly into the slot. Michael Raffel takes Mark Streit's outlet pass. Carlo makes good contact with Wayne Simmons, so he can't penetrate and get the puck.
That was a bullet of a one-timer pass from Tuukka Rask. 3-zone pass.
Claude Giroux can't pick up the rolling puck at the blue line. Pastrnak out toward the red line, but he can't control either. Provorov, cross ice. Strike, the veteran, deflects to Raffel. Twists it down the boards. Marchand with a little shift. Cuts back around Voracek. And now finds Krejci through the seam. He's got Backes in front of him. The shot tumbles out of the right catching glove of Steve Mason, but he covers.
No, the Bruins created a turnover earlier in the period behind the net on an aggressive 2-man forecheck, and then the quick ups. You know, usually you talk about the Bruins defense and can they improve their pace of play with the quick ups. Get the goalie involved. Tuukka Rask, recognizing Philadelphia going for a line change, just zips a pass, tape to tape. And then Pastrnak quickly relays it to Marchand. And Marchand likes to shoot, well, anywhere. But when that left shot coming down the right side, you know, you look as if you want to zip it over the glove hand, in that case far side, then you try to sneak it short side over the block. It just missed.
Kevin Miller can't do much with the cross ice pass. And now up ice comes Konechny, but he leaves it at the blue line. Could have been a dangerous turnover. Voracek stopped Krejci from making quick transition out of it. Krejci rescues the puck in front of the Flyers bench. Kevin Miller fans on the dump-in attempt. Couturier finishes his check. Now Bolesky makes contact with Nick Schultz. Couturier after the puck. Dale Weiss tries to rip it away from Jimmy Hayes right in front of the penalty bench doors. And that one comes all the way back. It might have been off Bolesky's stick. Ehrhoff on a professional tryout still. Up to Hayes, touches it back. Austin Czarnik with speed, throws it in with purpose on Mason and collects his own rebound out of the corner. Wheels it around. Bolesky waiting for it, looked over his shoulder, brings it back. Rob O'Gara, cross ice. Krug's wrist shot through the pile, deflected. And O'Gara gets possession right back.
Yeah, and that whole sequence of spending time in the offensive zone, I mean, you see Czarnik get his shot away and then puck pursuit, but it all started with that breakout pass from Ehrhoff. Yeah, we talked about the Bruins and where do they want to improve with the collection of defensemen. You know, the same 6-7 guys back, and now Ehrhoff getting an opportunity. This guy's been around, he knows how to play. If you give him a little time and space, he can make plays coming out of his own zone, and he zipped it right up. Nice little touch pass, Jimmy Hayes. Now you got some speed through center ice. You're going to gain the blue line if you can do that consistently.
Provorov off to strike his drive into Bolesky's shin pads. There's a giveaway. Danton Heinen with open ice. Pulls Streit wide. Carries down the board. Streit keeps him on the perimeter. Boyd Gordon, number 27, unable to clear it past the line. Heinen spinning through the corner. Streit gives him a little what for. Riley Nash continuing with the cycle against Provorov. Carlos settles the puck at the blue line. Char at the middle of the line. Quick release. Nash couldn't chop it on goal as the puck was coming toward him on edge. Matt Reed carefully out of the zone.
Yeah, nice little tandem work. And even though you don't get a real high quality scoring chance, Carlo didn't have an immediate lane when he took that feed from the corner from Nash. He moved a little laterally, as did Chara with him, trying to create more seams out by the blue line to get pucks through.
Carlo gives it away. Simmons' shot, leg saved by Rask, and Pasternak looks for transition. Pasternak races up ice, dumps it past Gudas, who plays the body nicely, so Pasternak couldn't pick up the loose puck. Michael Raffle on the diagonal, gives it cross ice. Giroux, beautiful pass for Simmons, fires it off. Carlos skates it wide. Gudas chips it up high. Chara gets knocked down. Flyers fans love it. They travel everywhere. These two teams are twin sons of different mothers. What better way to finish the preseason? You know, both of these teams play super aggressive hockey. It's just in their heritage. It'll get you ready. Carlo up past the red line. Pasternak deflects it up into McDonald's body.
I got to play for both of them.
Yes, you did. And you know what? The wonderful thing is every time we go back to Philadelphia, even though you weren't with the Flyers that long, once you're a Flyer, you're always a Flyer. I mean, everybody says, hey, Brick, how you doing? Konechny can't ram it through Kevin Miller. Of course, it was the Flyers who knocked the Bruins out after Boston completely flamed out in the season finale against Ottawa. Sean Couturier cross ice, skips to Voracek on the off wing. He closes and tried to tuck it under the glove of Tuukka Rask, but Rask ever patient. But here's a giveaway pass to Couturier. Konechny wheels it down low. Backus with a huge check. And he's going to have to answer to Couturier. Here we go. David Backus, unrestricted free agent acquisition by the Bruins. Sean Couturier, solid center for the Flyers. Body shots, and now they trade a little rock'em sock'em robots. Couturier going under and over. Backus trying to load up, can't get to him. And the linesmen step in. Oh, I missed this game.
Bruins on an aggressive two-man forecheck. It's going to stop by David Backus, who's going to circle on the goaltender's side, who leaves this puck with the defenseman, and all of a sudden Spooner with his quickness right on top of it. Aggressive two-man, come from the blind side, turn the puck over, rotate in the offensive zone, and then the Bruins back in the defensive zone. Why did the gloves come off? It was this hit right here by Backus on Jakub Voracek. Outside of Claude Giroux, probably their best offensive weapon is Voracek. And the big hit by Backus. Backus expecting that pass to be handled. Whether you thought that was interference or not, he thought he was going to receive that puck, and he went aggressively right for the hit. There was no penalty going to be called on that play, Jack. And then Couturier, just as you mentioned, the DNA of both these franchises, looking to respond.
Bruins on a power play.
Had to be the instigator.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, Nick Cousins is serving it. Spooner through the skates. Krug, far side. Krejci's shot into Andrew McDonald, who makes the block.
You try to avoid the instigating penalties, and if you can just get the extra 2 for roughing when you come together after a hit like that, that gives the player the benefit.
Spooner's shot. Gudis blocks it down. And Matt Reed, a smart player, sends it the length of the rink. Yeah, I was on the road home from that season finale disaster. Here's Marchand turning the corner. Juicy rebound off of Mason, but the Flyers make the clear.
It's not a bad idea to shoot that puck. He's in stride. Nice pass, tape to tape from Pasternak. If you can score off the rush on the man advantage, no need to get into a setup.
3/4 of a minute to go on the power play. Pasternak with speed drops it off to Marchand in space. Ehrhoff along the line. Zarnik holds, gives love for Pasternak to Marchand, turns in a glove save by Mason. Got it right off the tip of the webbing to deflect it up and over.
And there's that movement again, and Zarnik's right in the middle of it. He doesn't just stand still. It's nice motion on his offside, and what that does, a little pump fake there, that closes up the seam. Maybe I go back to Ehrhoff, and now you got a little motion, and there goes Zarnik. He's just going to move through in the area. It allows Marchand to find open space. Creates confusion on the penalty-killing setup, and all of a sudden you get a chance in the high slot. Motion with that man advantage.
Marchand with a career-high 6 power play goals last season. Zarnik with Jimmy Hayes and Marchand up front. Ehrhoff chips it down. Pasternak, who started this sequence at the right point, all the way low, rims it around. Ehrhoff, a power play specialist, chucks it down. Pasternak all over the zone. Zarnik finds a little space top of the circle, but Hayes doesn't see him. Centering pass, McDonald picks it up and pitchforks it all the way down the ice.
Yeah, Pasternak with that little drop on the right shoulder. So he's going to go back to that left point. He thought he'd have a seam, but the Flyers didn't bite.
Final seconds of the unsportsmanlike penalty to Couturier being served by Nick Cousins. Gudis bumps Chara. Nick Schultz down in the corner. Cousins up into Chara. They meet once again. Heinen scrapes the puck forward. Riley Nash gets it deep. Heinen finishes his check on Gudis, who coughs it up. All the way back to Carlo. Carlo forward to Dominic Moore, shielding the puck, and Gudis caves him in. The outlet pass goes all the way around, no icing.
You talk about good decisions right there. Carlo, as soon as he got it, he knew he was going to be pressured. I had nothing to the net, and Moore knows that puck. If I got nothing to the net, it's going back below the goal line, and he was in a perfect position.
Bergeron feeds Pasternak, gets it through into the middle. Voracek punches it up in the air with his right instep. Gostisbehere slaps the puck off the end boards. Carlo spoons it down low. Bergeron in a stick battle against Boyd Gordon. Gostisbehere keeps his balance. Pasternak closing quickly. Chara pinching down and keeps the puck in the attacking zone, but now stick handles and gives it away. Voracek on the diagonal. Konechny feeds it through. Voracek right in front looking for a strike. Gostisbehere's drive. There's a broken stick belonging to Carlo on the end board, so a Bruin without a stick here. Konechny gives to Cousins. Bergeron intercepts. Marchand turns, fires, and another save by Mason, who has come up with some big ones in the first 11 minutes.
And just when you think the Bruins are in trouble, Carlo no stick. They forced the play nicely behind it to get the turnover. The quick up pass by Bergeron to an open Marchand. That's quick exit out of your own zone, and then one-on-one talent by Marchand. Try to rip one high to the glove side. The second time he's tried it.
Provorov forward to Cousins. A good hit by Krejci. A save by Tuukka Rask. Cousins closing on the right. Provorov holds it at the point. Cross ice. The shot never gets through. Miller blocking down Andrew McDonald's big. Michael Raffle in the corner. You can hear Cousins saying, "Raffy, Raffy, Raffy." Or maybe it was Dale Weiss. Bravo Guerra decides to be the hitter rather than the hitty against Ivan Provorov.
And he didn't ice it. He was before the red line, and if you're going to get angled off, lay it in there softly and be the aggressor.
Reed tosses the puck to the corner. Van de Velde can't keep up with it, but Reed pursues. Hayes gives it away at his own blue line. Belmar gets it to Van de Velde. Van de Velde curls out of the corner. Gudis one-timer saved by Rask. We've seen some excellent goaltending in the first period here at TD Garden this evening. Pierre-Edouard Belmar jamming skates with Torrey Krug down in the corner. Krug coming off-season shoulder surgery. There was question early in the summer if he was going to be ready for opening night, but he is back to playable condition. Austin Czarnik off the end boards. Nick Schultz at the hash marks, pinching down. That's still Carlos Deadwood that's out there. Reed in the slot, the drive, and a save by Rask. Excellent rebound control, but Schultz hops on it, deflects across the goal mouth. Ehrhoff settles it down. Bolesky, the cross ice toss. Czarnik bangs against Schultz, and the Bruins change.
You know, if you get hemmed in like that, and I know this is just an exhibition game, but it's important that you play well. But, you know, icing the puck goes through my head in that situation if I'm the Bruins.
Carlo with a new stick and a new shift. And the Deadwood still on the end board. It's an interesting sequence there as Raffl, who's got decent speed, was going down Carlo's side, and you wonder how rookies are going to be able to retrieve the puck, whether they're going to get the yips, but Carlo made the play. Strite holding at the blue line against Heinen, gives to Giroux, the turn wrist shot off the leg and wide. Strite right in front looking for Simmons, but Heinen hard on the stick of Wayne Simmons, who's a dangerous scorer from in close.
Flyers with some good motion of their own in the offensive zone the last two shifts, and they've created seams into that high slot.
Patrice Bergeron goes bang into Konechny. Konechny's getting noticed. This is a really exciting young player, and he's been on the score sheet plenty in the preseason. Flyers fans gotta love the way that guy bangs. Pasternak wheels it in front for Bergeron. Bergeron tries to dance around Voracek, who corrals the puck in the corner. McDonald through the seam, finds Cousins. Cousins takes the open ice, gives it to Konechny. Konechny's shot, glove saved by Rask, and will get a faceoff with 5.5 to go in the opening period. Shots on goal are 7-5 for Philadelphia. Perhaps the best chance for the Bruins, Brad Marchand, but Mason hot early.
David Backes' blue-collar style, but off the ice, he's also making an impact in the dressing room. Earlier today, Jimmy Hayes telling us that Backes is very vocal in the dressing room, and guys are thriving off of it. Now, Backes has been on a bit of a whirlwind at the World Cup of Hockey, now moving his family to Boston, and joining a new organization. He said everybody has gone above and beyond to make him feel welcome here. And Jack and Brick, I'd say he's fitting in pretty seamlessly as a Bruin.
Yeah, interesting, Sarah, because Backes got the same cap hit as Louis Eriksson. Eriksson got one more year out in Vancouver, but it's a stylistic change because Backes changes games with that kind of in-your-face style.
Yeah, and he changes the room with the accountability that he brings with it. He has a real presence about him. You know, off the ice, when he talks to you, he looks you in the eye, he calls you by your name. You know, there's no pretense about him whatsoever, and that's the personality he has on the ice as well.
Chara chips off the dasher. Strite, great hands out of the air. Brandon Carlo up to the red line. It comes through Konechny's stick. Krejci fires off of Provorov's blade, and it goes into the corner. Chara back down to Krejci, working against Voracek now. Here's Backes protecting the puck. Wheels past Spooner. And Konechny chugs out, lofts it for Giroux, who gloves it down, taps the puck deep, and Philly gets a clean change. Less than 5 minutes to go. Excellent tempo here. Voracek almost picks it away from Backes, but the Bruins retain possession. Carlo up past Austin Czarnik. Bolesky in pursuit. Weiss gets it loose, but Bolesky finds a gift, turns and whacks it toward goal.
Yeah, it looked like Czarnik stole that puck.
Czarnik's got an active stick. He's one of those guys that really pays attention. And we're gonna have a stoppage here. They calling The puck out of play into the bench.
Yep.
All right. 4.5 to go in the opening period. Dave Hackstall's Flyers and Claude Julien's Bruins 0-0. Played for the Cup. They won the darn thing at the World Cup of Hockey. What a line. Crosby pushing Patrice Bergeron to the wing and Brad Marchand on the other side for 2 weeks. They were the greatest line in all of hockey.
They were impressive, and if you had a chance to watch Team Canada play, and so much was made of the fact that they only had 2 wingers, everyone else centers as far as their forward group went, but their willingness to play out of position, Patrice Bergeron one of them, and to play as well as they did, not only as a team, but that line was just dominant. Every time they were on the ice, it was just, very rarely were they in their own zone.
And getting back to something he said in the pregame, Rick, it says something about Austin Czarnik, who's here getting the final look-see at center on the third line, and a team that's pretty deep at center. And here's Danton Heinen getting it across to Krug, but he can't squirt the one-timer on goal, and Matt Reed puts him down.
Good idea. The pass just a little in too tight near the skates of Krug.
Reed tosses the puck into Bravo Guerra's corner.
Not to be lost on that play, Jack. Sorry to interrupt. With the little touch pass in the neutral zone by Nash to keep that play moving through center ice with speed.
Krug to space after Bergeron signaled. Pasternak shot off McDonald's blade. Bergeron turns and fires. Marchand fakes the wraparound. Back to Carlo. That's 2 sticks today. Light a cigar somewhere in the Caribbean. Marchand batters the puck off the kick plate. Gostisbehere alertly stabs it through. Raffle has Simmons backpedaling off the corner. The drive, Provorov, Giroux, sweet hands in front for Gostisbehere, the defenseman who was between the hash marks. This Gostisbehere is all over the ice.
Oh, he changed the Flyers when he came up from the minors. I mean, all of a sudden they started playing with puck possession. Their offense changed dramatically. His production was really the biggest reason why, but it changed the dynamic of their team. It was an interesting play. Pasternak got his stick in the hands of Carlo, and when that shot came from the right point, there was a rebound there. If Carlo doesn't have the stick, even though he doesn't make a play on it, there's something there to be had for the Flyers.
Krejci to back is the one-timer. Krejci taking a whack, but Mason has it behind the stick.
Be here for Bruins opening night, presented by TD Bank on Thursday, October 20th. Select tickets are still available, and the puck drops at 7 p.m. To get your tickets, visit bostonbruins.com/tickets or use the Bruins mobile app.
David Krejci coming off the second hip surgery of his career. David Backes on his right, and Ryan Spooner, who played center all of last season except for a couple of times at wing, has spent most of this preseason at wing. Krejci tries to nudge the backhand, can't get it through Gudas. Miller unable to keep control of the puck, and there's Konechny. We've said his name a lot. Energetic player, and he's got a good skill set on him. Ehrhoff gives the puck away to Voracek. Ehrhoff after it. Voracek kicks the puck after losing his stick. Ehrhoff fires it off the corner boards. Gudas retrieves at the blue line over to Schultz, down to Voracek. Back to Schultz. Gives to Konechny. Konechny made that initial pass in that sequence. Krejci gives it away, corner. Konechny waiting for the puck. Good hockey sense there. Voracek stabs at it. Miller tries to staple him in, and they lock legs. Konechny goes into the tussle. Ehrhoff comes away but loses an edge. Couturier gives back to McDonald. His shot floats off of Spooner's deflection. McDonald whips the puck into the corner. Ehrhoff battling Voracek. Good shift for the Flyers here, getting the Bruins pinned in. Backes tosses it forward. McDonald went to his knees. Here's Spooner with a chance. He dekes, and a save by Mason, closing the 5-hole. Spooner with that great edge control, shifted in front, tried to open up the 5-hole. Mason showed it to him and then closed it.
Yeah, real good idea. Backes is going to take a chance. It's late in the shift. You've been in your own zone for a while. Maybe you can catch the Flyers thinking, lock this puck down, let's get back in the offensive zone. And McDonald can't handle it. And Spooner does that. I'm going to take a chance. Maybe this puck finds me, and it does. And the good speed allows him to have this opportunity. But watch the stick of Steve Mason. As he pushes left to right, the 5-hole's got open when you do that little push. Blade of the stick positioned perfectly to deny Spooner trying to slip it through the leg.
Bravo Guerra pokes the puck forward. Andrew McDonald Bolesky in pursuit. Weiss gets the puck up on edge, deflects it the length of the ice. Final minute of the first period. Zarnik giving the puck away at the attacking line. Bellemare goes deep. Weiss nearby. Bellemare to the dot. Cousins' shot doesn't get through. O'Gara picks up the puck, turns his goal, and gives to Zarnik. Zarnik softly off the boards. Jimmy Hayes can't flick the puck all the way in. The Bruins have to tag up on the delayed offside. Zarnik waiting in the weeds, picks off the cross ice pass. Bruins were in the middle of a change, so not many options in the middle, and tried to pick the short side high on Mason. Chara to Carlo, the shot, save Mason, rebound Nash, saved by Mason. Nash controls back to Chara quickly along the line. Carlo has the puck hop over his stick, drives it off the end boards. Final 10 seconds, centering pass all the way through. Carlo into the slot. Bellemare knocks it away, and that'll do it for the first 20 minutes. Excellent tempo in this one. 18 shots on goal, 10 for the Bruins and 8 for the Flyers.
Yeah, some good ebb and flow. Both teams certainly had their opportunities. Both teams made some good plays. Both teams spent some time in their own zone because the other team was dominating with the puck with good motion in the offensive end, specifically to the Bruins. Yeah, you like a lot of what you saw. They made some mistakes, and we will continue to look at the bubble guys, the young kids, and a couple of veterans. What I really liked was Tuukka Rask looked real sharp.
Yeah. And who better to comment about the bubble guys than the general manager? Stay with us for the Bruins First Intermission Report, brought to you by Plain Ridge Park Casino. We will catch up with Bruins general manager Don Sweeney and take a closer look at forward Austin Zarnik, who looked pretty comfortable out there against virtually all NHL players. We got a fight. We got some great saves at both ends. We got some good, clean hitting, tons of energy. I think they're ready. Both of these teams.
Well, you want that final tune-up game to have some emotion to it, and it's great that the Flyers are in town, and you pointed that out early in the period, Jack, that this, the DNA of these two franchises, that's always there, and the recent history, obviously, in the playoffs, certainly a part of it, but the deeper we get into this hockey game, the closer we get to the start of the season, and it gets real interesting.
There's a big young defenseman who's less a couple of sticks downstairs with Sarah Davis.
Yeah, he's 6'5", Jack. I'm clearly standing on a stool. And Brandon, this is your first main training camp with the Bruins, the last preseason game. How do you handle the pressure?
I think just going out there and keeping it simple is the biggest thing. Obviously, I'm playing with Zdeno Chara right now, so he has so much experience. It makes it a bit easier out there. Helps me a lot on the bench with the communication and everything. So basically just trying to keep it simple.
Now, Jack mentioned your stature, 6'5". I would imagine you're not used to playing with guys that are that much taller than you. What is it like playing with Zdeno Chara, who's 6'9"?
Yeah, it's obviously pretty crazy. One of the few guys in this world that I have to actually look up to, literally. It's pretty crazy just being on the bench right next to him and, skating out there on the ice with him. But it's a big honor for me, and I want to keep going.
Thanks, Brandon.
Thank you.
We've got more intermission coverage here at TD Garden. GM Don Sweeney will be joining Jack after the break.
Side Andy Brookley with Sarah Davis at ice level. I'm Jack Edwards and our Nesson production crew working downstairs. First intermission report brought to you by Plain Ridge Park Casino, as Bruins and Flyers are 0-0 at the end of the first. Well, Brick, we've been talking about Austin Zarnik an awful lot, and it's not just what he does when the puck is on his stick. He seems to have that kind of hockey IQ that he knows where it's going to be before the puck gets there.
Well, you had a chance to visit with Donnie Sweeney, the general manager, between periods 1 and 2, and I will have the same opportunity with Cam between periods 2 and 3, and that's what you want to ask them. What is the evaluation process all about? What are you looking for? It's not about statistics. And one of the best ways is to evaluate a player and what he does in all three zones, what he does with the puck and without the puck. And Austin Zarnik is really creating problems. We talked about him playing some power play for the Bruins at training camp. Some at the point. Here he's playing forward, but it's about the motion and creating confusion in the coverage for the penalty killing unit for the Flyers. And just that little motion there, maybe open up the pass back to Ehrhoff, maybe open up the slot to Marchand. And then it's where do I go? Body position, stick position. How much hockey IQ do you have, and do you have enough to play at this level? And that good body position, stick position creates the turnover. Now the Bruins are making a line change, but he's smart enough to realize that I'm on the wide side of the ice in the neutral zone. I need to stay on the ice, and he's perfectly positioned not only to deny a play, but to create a turnover.
Plainridge Park Casino game summary. 18 total shots on goal. Steve Mason was really sharp, but so was Tuukka Rask at the other end. Just one power play shot for the Bruins. Philadelphia has yet to have the man advantage tonight.
Well, one thought about the power play, Jack, as we get a look at Austin Czarnik, and he did have some power play opportunities, and that one shot was created by his motion in the offensive zone with Marchand getting the slot here. The Bruins turned down some shots on their man advantage, and we don't have to get into breaking down power plays now. I mean, this is just still exhibition season, but you know, they were looking for that one-timer early, maybe too early in the man advantage. Get the shot on goal, sell the shot before you start looking for the seam passes. You know, it's a simple concept, but one that the deeper you get into, well, not training camp anymore, but the beginning of the season, then those are the things that become important.
Brandon Carlo off the boards. Pastrnak can't maintain possession. Wayne Simmons unable to penetrate the zone. Marchand flips it over the line. McDonald guns it over to Reed. Here's Simmons flying down the left side. Carlo keeps him on the perimeter. Marchand chops down hard on the stick. Loose to the dot. Bergeron spoons it around for Pastrnak. Saucers it ahead. Marchand catches it out of the air. McDonald and Marchand in the corner. Marchand tries to step out, locks legs with McDonald. Inadvertent contact, then he goes down.
It's a subtle little thing, but you know, the ability to handle that backhand pass. It was not flat. It was not completely on the ice, but Marchand took it in stride as if it was flat and smooth. I think it was a delayed offside, making a line change, not completely in the bench. Puck goes back in the zone. I believe that was the call.
Yep. The signal for going through the gate. That casual wave.
I'm going to give that to you later on.
You can't wait. Ball and chain, another 82 games, Brick. Couturier, who defended his teammate Voracek after Backus had made big body-to-body contact in the neutral zone. There's Backus. Backus bumping Couturier. Couturier picks it away from Krejci. Voracek to Couturier. The shot just wide on the stick side. Oh, he got a lot of that one. Backus, a sweet saucer pass up ahead to Krejci to Spooner. Tosses it up the wing, but gives the puck away. Konechny trying to dance inside, can't complete the move. Krejci in open ice to Backus. Backus closes the shot. Provorov closed quickly and got a stick on it to deflect the puck wide. Krug's one-timer into the pile in front, and Provorov with the block as he was jamming. Konechny working the off wing against O'Gara, loses the puck. O'Gara pokes it to the line. Couturier in deep, and Philadelphia changing.
No, that chance for Couturier was just a nifty little pass by Voracek, almost blind, but he knew exactly where he wanted to deliver it.
Into the middle, Hayes can't get there first. Nick Cousins making a play, and Cousins goes down. I think he was high-sticked. And Bruins with a delayed call coming here, gonna go to the penalty kill, and they will inspect for injury. That's Wes McCauley, the referee, going over to have a look at Nick Cousins.
And Cousins making sure he heads anywhere but towards the bench in order to get the extra 2 minutes. He's feeling that he was injured on the play. See if that stick comes up and catches him. Oh yeah. Hayes, stick runs up high, right across the face of Cousins. But looking up at the board, Jack, just 2 minutes.
Just two.
Couldn't sell it. Power play for the Flyers, and the power play stats are brought to you by EchoStore Technologies.
Well, Cousins earned it. He's out there on the power play. Giroux wins the draw away from Bergeron. But Bergeron fights through, gets it to Chara, skates up to the red line and ladles it down the corner. Marchand darting underneath. Voracek gets to the puck first. Gostisbehere tries to wrap it through and does. Giroux skates it out. He's got Simmons up at the attacking line. Laterally for Gostisbehere, who is a magician with the stick and a very good skater here. Indirect pass. Marchand 2-on-1 with Bergeron. To Bergeron, he dinks it and shoots. That might have hit the knob. I thought I heard something tink on the way by. Don't know if it caught any iron.
Well, he didn't wave it out. The referee, who was right there, it did sound like iron up here, but what a nice play by Chara and a good read by Marchand to get open and create that 2-on-1. Voracek took a chance in the offensive zone, almost cost the Flyers.
Voracek top of the circle, dangles away from Riley Nash, finds Chara in the corner, so he comes back up the wall. Nick Cousins Quick move from Voracek, but it skips over Gostisbehere's stick back to his own line. Bounces it ahead. Sean Couturier patient with the puck. Still about a minute to go on Philadelphia's power play. Mark Streit.
One of the best drills you can do in a hockey practice at any level are 2-on-1 drills. And when you get the 2-on-1 drills, you hope that what you did in practice, where you almost played game conditions because you want to get a quality scoring chance, that was textbook right there by Marchand and Bergeron.
Yeah, they had a pretty good warm-up up in Toronto.
Well, Marchand delivers the pass. First of all, he goes in the right space, to get this puck off the indirect by Char. Here's your 2-on-1. He's going to slow down a little bit right here, wait for Bergeron, and then get it to the middle of the ice and give Bergeron the options. You're in a better chance to score if you're in the middle of the offensive zone. So give it to him at the right time. And Bergeron with that little pump fake return pass freezes Gostisbehere. And now it's just he and Mason. That's a quality scoring chance on a 2-on-1. You never not like to get those 2-on-1s and not get a clear-cut chance to score. And the next step is to bury.
Less than half a minute to go on the Philadelphia power play. Mark Streit finds Konechny going up the wing. O'Gara engages. Konechny carries to the corner and circles back on the backhand. Turns it off the boards. Streit back to Konechny on the half boards. Closes the one-timer. And Weiss gets denied by Rask's stick save. Provorov, the hard shot from Couturier out high, and Rask deflects it over the bar. It's back to even strength. Couturier's one-timer stick save. Rask angles it high off glass. Weiss tosses the backhand. Konechny gets plastered by Krejci. Might have gotten the elbow up there. Weiss on the backhand. It pops behind the goal as O'Gara locks up with him. Couturier, a big hard hit on Miller. Couturier loves the physical game. Here's Gudas at the point, the wrist shot. Hayes with the block, and he muscles it out to center. The Bruins would like to see more consistent physical play out of Jimmy Hayes.
Couturier, to follow up on your point about the physical play, all you had to do was watch that fight between he and Backes in the first period and get a pretty good idea about his strength.
This is offside.
I think it might have been icing.
Oh.
Well, all season long, Joy Dale Arnold, Billy Jaffe, Barry Peterson, and Gord Kluzak for Bruins Face Off Live, presented by Echo Store Technologies. They'll set you up before the drop of the puck and have all the latest Bruins news. Get ready for the game right here before every Nesson game.
I got a new idea about icing, but you're not going to hear it until the Instigators on the 20th of October after the home opener. And you should hear the peanut gallery talking in my headphones from the truck.
How am I going to sleep?
Yeah, well, you know how to keep someone obnoxious in puzzlement, right? In suspense. I'll tell you tomorrow. Yeah, see ya. Philadelphia ices it. It's something that's happened more and more since the red line went away, and in an effort to get rid of the neutral zone trap, that home run pass from deep in the defensive zone, we probably see, 6 or 8 icings a game on that 100-foot pass. It just doesn't connect. Boyd Gordon, good at the faceoff dot, wins one away from Bergeron. Ehrhoff and Krug. Christian Ehrhoff to Bergeron, fires in a deflector save by Mason, getting the blocker up. Marchand, after the bouncing puck, can't extend the reach. Ehrhoff takes the hit from Simmons. Gostisbehere turns his goal, loops it forward, spinning puck. Ehrhoff on the pivot, off the boards, gives it away to Giroux. Simmons flips one toward goal, a can of corn for Tuukka Rask.
Attention Bruins fans who love to ski. Get the best of both worlds this winter. The Bruins have teamed up with Loon Mountain and 98.5 The Sports Hub to offer you $99 tickets to select games from October through December and receive a complimentary ski ticket pass to Loon Mountain, New England's most accessible mountain. To purchase tickets, visit bostonbruins.com/tickets or use the Bruins mobile app.
Of course, the unsung heroes of skiing, the snowmakers, did a tremendous job last winter as we just about got shut out in natural snow. But I'm warning you folks, it's going to be epic. It's going to be like 2 winters ago. Here it comes. The weave behind their own blue line. And here comes Voracek working it forward, and Brandon Carlo with a good stick. Here's Spooner trying to turn it into transition. He's got Krejci in the middle, cross ice looking for Backes, but a good stick in turn from Couturier. Here's Voracek, the shot saved by Rask. Couturier fires it wide. There's a shattered stick in front. It belongs to Carlo. That's a hat trick of broken lumber for him. Krejci, top of the circle, tries to feed it through. Good stick from Andrew McDonald, getting the sweep check down. Shaft of the stick right on the ice. Backes one-touch pass to Zarnik. Sends it through the corner. Krejci, hard for Backes. Couturier rattles it around. Ehrhoff turning the stick. Finds Heinen. He closes the shot. Deflects. Never gets through to Mason. Cousins turns up ahead. Krejci takes the bump to get the puck deep, and the Bruins get a change without the puck leaving the attacking zone.
And pretty good opportunities in both directions. The Bruins didn't get a shot away on their 4-on-3. Backes and Chara too close to each other to have that back diagonal develop. And then Voracek with a real good shot with a purpose looking for the rebound. They got it.
Nick Cousins fans on the pass back to the point. Heinen's second effort still can't get it out of the defensive zone. Kevin Miller paired with Ehrhoff now after having spent part of the penalty kill on the ice. Heinen twists it past the blue line, but it's offside. Dominic Moore ahead on the delay. 12:17 remaining.
For a week since returning from the World Cup of Hockey in Toronto, and he told us earlier today that he really credits his assistant coaches with setting up a main training camp in such a good way for him. When he was away, he'd watch games on video, and he noticed the little things they had talked about changing in each game for the better. So he said coming back this week, because his assistant coaches did such a great job, it's been easy to get back into it.
And Joe Sacco returns, but a couple of new assistants, Brick, and the Bruins are really emphasizing the development of young players. Rob O'Gara, one of them, after 4 years at Yale. Matt Bolesky tosses the puck past Zarnik. Krug in front. Bolesky shovels it through the slot. O'Gara fakes the one-timer, closes. Hayes bunts it back to Krug. Over to O'Gara, the high slot tip. Hayes stabs at it, but the puck flies wide. O'Gara tries to spear it into the corner, and away comes Dale Weiss, or rather Michael Raffle can't do anything with it. Krug turns, makes the 100-foot pass to Zarnik. Marchand tries to twist through, but here comes Simmons. The shot saved by Rask, and there is no rebound as Chara shuts down the attempt. Zarnik off back glass.
Second pretty good opportunity for Wayne Simmons, a very good goal scorer in the National Hockey League. He had one early in the first period coming on the off wing. That one on the right wing side. He tried to go far side back in the first. That one he tried to go short side, and Rask well positioned for both.
Simmons gets it through Marchand, but good layers as Bergeron and Chara were waiting. Carlos skates it up to the red line, skies one cross corner, but they're saying it was from behind the red line and an icing call.
Yeah, a young guy who's just not going to get the benefit of the call there from the linesman.
We've seen some from deeper than that get no icing call.
Yeah, you know, Carlo with the long stick, the long reach. Try to get that real extra little follow through across the red line, but linesman wasn't biting.
Couturier off the dot, so Voracek will take the draw against Bergeron. Squirts off the dasher. McDonald, Voracek, but Bergeron whacks the backhand around through the corner. Couturier shielding the space and charge, just mugging him. Gostisbehere pivots away from Pastrnak. Marchand offside, and Pastrnak gets up from the shadow of the boards.
Support local cancer patients and survivors by joining the Bruins on Tuesday, October 25th for Hockey Fights Cancer Night, presented by Leahy. Be part of Hockey Fights Cancer Night by getting your tickets at bostonbruins.com/tickets.
David Krejci with Ryan Spooner and David Backes, Christian Ehrhoff and Kevin Miller, the defensive pair. Andrew McDonald off the boards. Miller bunts it ahead. Backes had tag up to get onside. McDonald over to Gostisbehere. The short pass. Couturier to Voracek, but the Bruins again have good layers defensively. Christian Ehrhoff scraping it away at the kick plate. Spooner, quick hands, gets it through to Krejci. Magic move around Konechny. Taps it over to Backes. The shot off the butt end of the stick of Mason. And here is Konechny closing. Pulls up at the top of the circle and wings it into the corner. Voracek shifts past Ehrhoff, goes around to the high slot. Gudas settles the puck, wraps it off a leg, and it bounces right to Konechny. Konechny cycles it for Voracek. Voracek comes out the near side, looking at Spooner's stick, and then the seam opens. Nick Schultz gives it over. Voracek's shot bounces to the end boards. Voracek wheels on the backhand against Krejci as Philadelphia gets some attacking zone time. Gudas lines one up, double deflection, and a save by Rask. Couturier on the second change of direction, and Rask robs him with the left leg. And Backes with a big bump to drop Nick Schultz. Well, you said it, Brick. Tuukka Rask has looked really sharp, and Steve Mason pretty shiny too.
Yeah, that nice little reaction, left pad kick out on a puck that was going wide and got on Rask in a hurry with that double deflection. Couturier in a real good spot on the redirect on the backhand, but Rask tracked it.
Weiss beats O'Gara to the corner. Riley Nash slides it cross ice. Mark Streit straight up ahead through the seam. Belmar softly off the boards, too far forward for Weiss. Krug sees his pathway blocked as Cousins is on the far side of the goal. Heinen makes the smart play up the boards. Dominic Moore closes with Nash middle, pulls up at the hash marks, waits for reinforcements. Gloved out of the middle, Moore with a second chance to flex up and out of play. 8:13 to go in the second, 0-0 at TD Garden.
Come in March, so I think my best years are ahead of me. So that's something that keeps me motivated.
And the Bruins fans certainly looking for a better year than Tuukka had last year, and he's certainly capable of it. He's been sharp tonight. It started early in the first period. Rob Simmons coming down the offsink. Voracek got behind. Ehrhoff walked right in. He denied him. Reed in the high slot. And when you look at this highlight package, not only is Rask making the save, it's that economy of motion, it's the positioning, it's the ability to track the puck, and it's rebound control on top of everything else.
Tuukka Rask won the Vezina in 2014 with a 2.04 goals against average, but in the two seasons since, it's gone to 2.30 and 2.56, and certainly there have been more high-quality chances in front of him. But he's looking, as you heard, for the best play of his career. Matt Reed down to the corner. Marchand with the angle, but Reed protects the puck, slides it back to the point. Here's Streit taking Prodorov's pass, the return. And Rask sees it through the crowd. Well, they've been waiting for this kid, Ivan Provorov. He has just lit it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure he wows you when you watch the hockey game.
Oh, I like I like defensemen who have a little nasty in them and make their presence known.
Yeah,
he does.
But he's a smart player.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
You know, the fact that he's not going to, he may take the puck coast to coast, goal line to goal line, but that's not really his game. His game is to be in the right spots, make the right plays, make the right reads, give the forwards an opportunity to handle a nice pass, and keep it simple but highly effective. And then as he gets more and more comfortable at this level, he's only going to get better.
I think it was the second game we ever had watching Aaron Ekblad in person. The phenom in Florida. The Bruins have a 3-on-2 here. Hayes cross ice. Sarnik can't get the one-timer off. Chara is wide of the goal. Ehrhoff picks it up. Bolesky down low. But near the end of that game, I said, have you noticed Ekblad much? And you said no, and that's great. Ehrhoff knocks away the passes. Voracek was looking for the 2-on-1. It's Keystone Kops behind the play, an inadvertent collision. But Hayes to Bolesky, the bad angle shot through the webbing of Mason's glove, dies on the strings. Kudus turns his net, and they go at TD Garden in the preseason. Rask scoops it up forehead high, and we'll have a face-off in the Boston zone. Yeah, for defensemen not to be noticed when they're young, that's a really good thing.
Yeah, and you just spoke to the general manager, Johnny Sweeney, and that's one of the things he was taught, back in his early days as a Boston Bruin, making the jump from Maine and playing for the Bruins right around 1990, and it was, don't get noticed. Because when you're at that age and you get noticed, it's generally because, what? You're making mistakes.
Yeah. Try to force a pass, get it picked off just inside the blue line. Whoops. It was a 1-1 game with 3 minutes to go. Not anymore. Weiss and Kevin Miller on the far side in a bit of a tussle. Krejci bumps Nick Cousins face first into the corner boards. Weiss indirect. Nick Schultz is one-timer off Backus's stick, and the lumber is dropping all over the ice. Backus hand passes the puck forward of the blue line. Philadelphia gets the next touch, so on they go. Ehrhoff straight ahead. Krejci gets space for Spooner. The pivot. Spooner goes deep, loses Schultz, comes out to Ehrhoff, fakes the shot, takes the shot, and hammers it off the end boards. Krejci holds. The flip pass, elevating it for Krug. Back to Krejci, middle of the blue line, finding some space. Opens it up for Krug, over to O'Gara, off Schultz. Spooner in Gretzky's office. Feeds it low circle. Krejci steers the puck toward goal. And Cousins lugs it out.
It's going to be an icing.
That is icing, short of the red line.
Well, it was a turnover by the Flyers in the neutral zone. It came right to Ehrhoff, who quickly turned that puck up through the middle of the neutral zone. And then the Bruins pushed the puck wide. It's a heads-up play by Spooner. All kinds of bodies laying out. There's no passing lane to either Krejci on the net drive or Backus on that far post. And he used the net as his ally. And then Ehrhoff comes in after starting the play. And he's in a perfect position to receive a pass from Spooner. And he didn't panic. He was looking for his shot. A couple of Flyers fronting him, not giving him what he wanted, but he knew he had time. And then he tried to rip one high.
After 12 seasons in the NHL, Christian Ehrhoff is playing for a job today, still on a professional tryout.
Yeah, he and Kevin Miller, when they've been together, they've had some shifts where they spent some time in their own zone. And when you give, and this is what we said earlier, when you give Ehrhoff time and space, he's going to make plays. We just saw it on that last shift. But if you force him, that's where his game needs to improve. Under duress, in your zone, winning battles, and then not, you have to be able to finish the play by making that pass to come out of your own zone.
Heinen with the bump. Dominic Moore tries to shift low on Provorov, slings it around. O'Gara backs toward the line, wraps it in deep. Moore pulls Provorov to the corner. Indirect to O'Gara. Tries to cycle it low. There's Provorov. Clever move to get himself some space, and he gets the puck out of the zone. Vandervelde trying to go through the seam. O'Gara from one side, Riley Nash from the other. Nash stick handles up the boards. Dominic Moore makes the safe play off the wall and out. Spooner with pursuit. Provorov playing the puck quickly. Raffle gets a glove on O'Gara's attempted clear. O'Gara from the red line. That deflects off a stick into the protective netting. 4.5 to go in the second. 0-0 Bruins and Flyers in the final preseason tune-up for each team.
Second period, we're going to focus on right defenseman Brandon Carlo, one of these young defensemen the Bruins are really trying to develop. And even though you have to back off the blue line in that situation, he keeps good body position and a strong stick. And he's also not anxious to get up the ice. He knew his partner Chara was coming up the ice, and we highlighted him taking a look over his shoulder. What's going on behind me? And it's a good thing he did, because it might have been a 2-on-0. Instead, it's a 2-on-1. Voracek with the puck. He's the one that was in behind him, so he had to respect that. Now he's in position to handle the 2-on-1. And the minute the shot's taken, he wants to pivot and try to find connect.
Here's Marchand protecting the puck, trying to roof it, and he goes over the bar, off glass, and out of play.
Third time Marchand's tried to go over the glove from different areas on the ice. Good pass. Carlo again in the neutral zone. eyes up, looking to make a play, not panicking, not just dumping the puck and giving it to the Flyers, worried about playing D. If there's a play to be made, go ahead and try to make it. Finds Marchand on the wide side of the ice.
Carlo off the boards. Marchand against Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere twists him around. Marchand wins the puck back. Comes down hard on McDonald's stick and breaks it.
And he's going to
breaks his own stick, and he's going to get the penalty for slashing there. Pasternak pursuing hard against Gostisbehere. Bergeron can't get possession, and McDonald lugs it out. This hits the candle pin that they left in center ice. Giroux, the airborne pass for Reed. Marchand gets possession, and the Bruins will be shorthanded with 3:51 remaining in the second period.
Well, Marchand's just battling. He wants that puck. You can learn from this if you're a young player. You watch a guy like Marchand, who just was an absolute star in the World Cup, and here he is in an exhibition game. But it's really all about competing, getting that puck. He just got a little too aggressive on the chop down, breaks his own stick. Enough force there to get the penalty.
Philadelphia one shot on goal during its first power play of the evening. 5 p.m. start here at TD Garden. Giroux pries it away from Dominic Moore. Gostisbehere will run the show from out top. The captain, Claude Giroux, off Riley Nash's stick. Gostisbehere has it. Giroux, the bumper. Cousins took his eye off the puck for a moment. Gostisbehere quickly. Giroux throws it in on Rask. Simmons shoveling it to Voracek. Quick hands. Nick Cousins gets it over, and now gets the drive off on Giroux's return pass, and it was Gostisbehere out top who started it. Nash will send it for a ride as the Bruins change out.
Yeah, there's a potential there for a 2-on-1. Moore was hoping that was the case, but Nash had expensive energy on that side of the ice, killing the penalty in the own zone. He wanted to change.
Backus and Zarnik up front with O'Gara and Miller, the defensive pair. Couturier pulls up at the hash mark. Zarnik gets a stick on it. Couturier tries to feed it through. Zarnik stays with it. Backus with good stick position. Slides the puck out to center. Just more than 3/4 of a minute to go on Philadelphia's power play. Konechny glides over the line. Around the boards. Backus backing away from Couturier. Chops it past straight the length of the ring. 2 shots on goal so far on the power play for Philadelphia. Final 30 seconds of it. Bolesky and Bergeron, the penalty killing forwards, with Chara and Carlo, the defensive pair. Bolesky gets in the way of the pass. Bergeron through Bolesky the length of the ring. Last rush for Philadelphia. Ivan Provorov off the end boards. Gudas, Provorov. Marchand about to exit the gate. Giroux off the corner board. Simmons tries it. It clanks wide off the apron of the goal. Chara tosses the backhand short of Marchand. Krejci goes through Simmons, and the puck slides through Gudas. Krejci can't get to it, and they're going to call hooking.
Yeah, that puck just kept moving forward, and it kept finding David Krejci's neighborhood, and then finally Gudas is the last line of defense. And when that puck slips by him as well, just enough contact there to slow Krejci down. Eyes of the officials, they're going to call it a hook, I believe.
Yep.
I'd like to see the Bruins now look for their shot a little earlier here with a man advantage.
Just 1 shot on goal during the first power play of the evening for Boston. Arrow off to Pasternak. Marchand high slot. The redirection tumbles around Hayes with a whack, and Steve Mason has seen it all tonight.
Starts with a face-off win. Zarnik does enough to keep that puck behind him to allow Marchand to get it. Now you got possession back to the point to Ehrhoff.
Marchand. Zarnik to the corner. Carries around, back to Pastrnak. Cross ice, the drive, Ehrhoff tips wide. Pastrnak in a puck battle. And Belmar sends it the length of the rink. Minute to go in the second period. If the Bruins don't score, this penalty will continue into the third period. Pastrnak wrists it around through the corner. Zarnik rotating back to the left point, gets it blocked, and here's Chris Vandevelde 2-on-1 with Couturier. The shot with a purpose, looking to the far side. Rebound, and Rask deflects it wide and up the ice. The Bruins come on a 3-on-2 on the power play. Marchand curls to the board. Strike keeps him on the perimeter, and Provorov plays good tandem deep and runs into some traffic back of the goal in the person of Jimmy Hayes. The puck gets stuck in the vinyl apron, I believe, or maybe even underneath the body of the goal.
Well, Zarnik takes a chance at the offensive blue line somewhat late in the period, and it's stolen. Vandevelde walks in 2-on-1, and once again, Rask well positioned, calm in his demeanor, able to handle that drive on goal, and no chance for a rebound opportunity by directing it towards the far boards.
Yeah, smart play by Vandevelde going low to the far side where rebounds happen, and Couturier was right there with the open side of the goal, but Rask deflected the puck away. Boyd Gordon safely off the boards. Belmar jamming on the end wall. Belmar representing Team Europe in the World Cup. Final 10 seconds of the second period. Krejci holds, 3 seconds to go, and the siren sounds to end the second. 0-0 through 2.
Yeah, it's been a real competitive game, and again, like the first period, some ebb and flow to this one. And the evaluation continues, and you know, things that you're looking for, some of the great stuff that Zarnik has done today, and then you see a mistake like that, trying to just do a little too much, maybe feeling it a little too much because you're getting a lot of ice time and playing in really good situations, but earning that ice time.
And how does he respond in the third period? Does he let it get inside his head, or does he just move forward? Shots on goal through 2 are 18-13 in favor of Philadelphia. Which means that the Flyers outshot the Bruins in the second period 10-3. Stay with us for the Bruins' second intermission report, brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Bricks talks to Bruins president Cam Neely, and then get a preview of what to expect on this season's installments of Bruins Academy. Coach Joe Sacco. The Gremlins are in mid-season form, I can tell you that. 0-0 through 2. Philadelphia with a productive 10-shot second period. Brick, paraphrase what Joe Sacco said to you after the second period.
Well, we just basically asked him about two of the players that we say are young and developing and that have been exciting through camp, and just to get his evaluation on both the two forwards we highlighted at the top of the broadcast, Epi and Austin Zarnik and Denton Heinen, and he thinks both players have had terrific camps. Yeah. They like what they see from both these guys. They like their pace of play, their compete level, their skill level, and they have an opportunity not only to make the opening night roster, but certainly put pressure on veteran guys, and that can only help, what this Boston Bruins team is trying to do. Draft, develop, yet still be good enough to be a playoff team, because you got plenty of good players to get you there, especially the strength down the middle, how good Rask has looked tonight. You know, a group of 6, 7, 8 defensemen that have something to prove. We didn't get into Carlo more as a defenseman, Jack, or O'Gara. Just wanted to talk to Joe about the forwards. That seems to be more of where he's, as an assistant coach, is, his focus is. So I guess that's not paraphrasing, so it's a lengthy answer.
No, that's all right. Final 20 seconds of a carryover power play for the Bruins. David Krejci maneuvering around Belmar. Spooner gives it to Krug, to Bergeron out high. Final 10 seconds to the power play. Krug top of the circle. Krejci winds his way around Van de Velde. Gives it to Krug. The drive whistles by the post with Backus screening in front. A long rebound comes down the length of the ice as we're back to even strength.
Gotta love that motion. I mean, just two players with motion. I mean, it's really a long distance give and go when you think about it. It was Krug and Krejci with a lot of motion in the offensive end, and Krug ends up taking the pass back from Krejci, walks right down the slot.
Carlo and Simmons. Carlo holds Simmons on the perimeter. Bouncing puck. Reed protects it. Bolesky tries to squirt it through Simmons, and now comes cross ice, but Philadelphia gets possession back. Captain Claude Giroux. The blind backhand to Simmons. He goes back deep in his own zone to Provorov. Brick, one of our visits to Philadelphia last year, you said, you know, how many draft choices does Philadelphia have on its roster? And I guessed wrong. I think it was 2 at the time, but you said wait till this wave of talent comes up. Rask makes the short side save on Couturier's drive, and Philadelphia is licking its chops when it sees all the young talent coming up. And Dave Haxtell, an inventive and very interesting coach who got total buy-in down the stretch from this young franchise. Konechny connects with the ice as he tries to dance around Kevin Miller. Miller off Konechny's stick. And we got 6 skaters on the ice for Philadelphia, I think.
Yeah, Bruins go back on the power play. Too many men. Bad change. Bad decision to handle the puck. And with the Bruins going back on the man advantage, here's what they did with their remaining seconds here in period 3 off the penalty that came at the end of period number 2. Just this little exchange out high. The motion by Krejci, the ability to make plays, Krug making himself available. Motion, you want to get that penalty killing unit out of any kind of diamond or box formation, whatever you want to call it. And with that kind of motion, it gives you all kinds of opportunities. And Krug and Krejci set up a really good scoring chance. Krug missed on the stick side.
Gudis drills it all the way down the ice. Krug with Krejci on his right and Marchand on the left. Bergeron protects the puck against Nick Schultz, sends it through the corner. David Backus knocks it down, gets it away from Gordon. Back to Krug, who kicks to the stick. Krejci holds. Spooner. Krejci through Bergeron. It's a save by Mason. Krug tries to poke it through. I don't know if he was looking for Spooner on the weak side.
And you know, you may see more and more teams this year try to take away Bergeron. That bumper play was so effective last year. And Bergeron in that spot again, but you know, if you overplay that, it's going to open up other opportunities for other plays.
Yeah, it worked pretty well in Game 2 of the World Cup final, too. Knockdown deflection to tie the game. Krug's drive. There's Bergeron. Backus with a chance, and Mason just bricks it up.
Yeah, that was that slap pass shot play. Krug walking in from the left point, trying to find that stick of Bergeron in the slot area.
Pastrnak speeding toward the line, gets it through a couple of sticks, whacks it wide. Zarnik waiting for the puck. Slides it down corner. Andrew McDonald, good stick. Provorov up the wall. Van de Velde squirts it up the kick plate. Zarnik gets a stick on it, but here's Couturier with Van de Velde going middle on a 2-on-2. Couturier cuts middle, the shot deflects and goes wide on the glove side of Tuukka Rask. David Pastrnak cross ice near his own blue line. Couturier taps it forward, and 15 seconds to go on the power play.
I mean, everybody makes mistakes, old players, young players, but we saw Zarnik at late in the second period at the blue line turn one over right there. Pastrnak trying to make a play in a similar spot.
Gudis up the wall. Zarnik seals it off to keep the puck in the attacking zone. Cousins is out of the box, and he attacks Ehrhoff with the puck. Chara, or rather Carlo fans on the bouncer. Philadelphia changes out. Riley Nash over the line with Heinen middle. It's off Schultz's stick, up and out of play with 15 and a half to go.
Get yourself ready for Thursday night's season opener by catching a new episode of Behind the B, Tuesday night at 8. Behind the B cameras are following the Bruins during camp to provide a behind-the-scenes look at the inner workings of the team as they get ready for the season. Don't miss Behind the B this Tuesday night at 8.
The new digs ready, and the team's all moved in at the gorgeous practice facility right near the Alston-Brighton tolls on the Mass Pike Warrior Ice Arena. Pretty nifty place, and a nice players lounge too. I mean, it gives the team a chance to say, hey, you know, I want to stick around for a while.
Yeah, thanks to New Balance to getting behind it and really helping make it happen. But you know, they were served well for a long time in Wilmington.
Carlo's drive hit a stick on the way through. Nash looking for the deflection with Streit on him.
But it was time for a new building.
Yep. Nash at the hash marks, shovels the backhand through the corner. Moore cycling out, finds Nash, can't go over the glove and under the bar. Nash bumps Giroux. Gostisbehere with Nash attacking the puck. Streit off Nash's stick. Streit knocks Nash into the boards. Nash back to Carlo, wrists it into traffic, a deflection, and Steve Mason showing tremendous form tonight. We have seen some excellent goaltending at both ends.
Yeah, we have, and you know, they're both proven guys, and they know that this is the final tune-up, so they want to be as sharp as they can going into their season openers, respectively. Nash doing a nice job down low to maintain possession. Kind of got hit with a little nasty hit, but within the rules. A little conversation after that, but how about Carlo again, Jack? Head up, eyes up, looking, what do I have? Do I have a lane to the net? If not, I'm ready to go back down the wall, but he found a seam.
Gudis. Zarnik closes the angle. It's off Kevin Miller's legs, but bounces right to Pierre-Edouard Bellemare. Rims it around. Bolesky shields the puck off Zarnik. Hayes coming over to help out, takes the hit to dump the puck in the attacking zone. Schultz reverses. Zarnik, the diagonal. Ehrhoff to Miller, the shot, glove down. Nick Schultz. Oh, we got a Bruin down on the far side, and it's Austin Zarnik. I didn't see it.
Well, it's right along the left wing boards in the offensive direction for the Bruins, and Zarnik is in that area trying to make a play. It's trying to make a possession play. A little shaken up. I'm not sure if it was the dasher that caught him or if it was a stick that rode up, but we'll get a look at it on replay.
Shoulder to the nose.
Yeah, that's Gudis. You know, we were gonna mention him earlier in the game that you better keep your head up when he's on the ice. That was a shoulder check to the head. It's just going to be a 2-minute penalty, but did it seem a little late to you, Jack?
Well, there's a new awareness of head hits, so I don't know if it was so much the timing as what he connected with. Boarding is the call. Krug's shot saved by Mason. Gordon splatters the rebound out to the neutral zone. New system of supervision for player safety by the NHL this year. There are game spotters to watch for players who've been hit in the head. Krejci, high seam. Spooner taps back to Krug as the puck wouldn't sit flat. Krejci, the saucer pass. Spooner, the shot back, is wreaking havoc in front. Can't connect on the rebound, and that's what David Backes does. Flyers fans remember Tim Kerr getting the tar beaten out of him with a crowbar on a regular basis, and Backes can identify with that style of play. He'll go between the hash marks and right in front of the goalie all night long.
Timmy Kerr was a massive human being. He could handle anything he wanted to dish out in that slot area. I believe he had 35 power play goals one year.
Yeah, 44 bruises too, at least.
That number might be a little high, but it's somewhere in that neighborhood.
Just an unbelievable player in the slot. This is offside. Bolesky ahead of the play with less than 13 to go in the game.
Yeah, I want to take a look at his hit again. You know, Gudis plays this style of hockey. It's on the edge. You know, and if you want to put the clock on how much time comes after Zarnik moves this puck, I think it's late, and I think it's high. And I think it's a shoulder right to the face.
.35 seconds to go. The Boston power play. Christian Ehrhoff rims it around. It rattles off glass. Pastrnak getting in Couturier's way, so he can't control it. Chara to Pastrnak. Cross ice. Reed gets a stick on it. Ehrhoff forward for Marchand. The tight radius turn, but the puck ends up in Couturier's legs, and the Bruins are offside with 19 seconds to go on the power play. 2 shots on goal so far. Chara hard around it. It bounces past Mason. Streit tries to hoist it out of the zone. Ehrhoff blocks the puck down. Simmons completes the clear, and that will do it for Radko Gudas's boarding penalty. Ehrhoff cross ice off the boards. Gudas. That'll be icing, and the face-off back down to Mason's end of the ice.
Join us November 14th at the House of Blues for a celebration of New England sports icons, including David Ortiz, Gerard Mayo, and local Olympians. Tickets are on sale now for a limited time. To get yours, go to theglobies.com. The Globies are presented by Mercedes-Benz.
I was heartbroken to learn that Tedeschi Trucks Band is playing at House of Blues, and we're on the road. Susan Tedeschi, local talent. Derek Trucks, the Dwayne Allman of his generation. Kevin Miller around through the corner. Miller bumps into Gudas. Hayes tries to twist it through Schultz. Bouncing puck. Dominic Moore cycles out of the corner, throws it right into the crease with Hayes there, but Schultz makes the play, and Mason is able to block it wide. Strike stick handling in traffic as the Bruins increase the energy level a little bit. Schultz slides it over to the captain. Well, Giroux skips one in on Tuukka Rask, who steers the rebound to Krug's corner. Krug feeds Krejci. Krejci has Spooner left, Backus right behind him. Backus around through the corner. McDonald rattles it off. Backus. Provorov knocks the puck down for Voracek. He's got Couturier ahead on his right and Konechny on the left. Chara steps up. Voracek the second layer. Now Chara tries the wall. McDonald is there. McDonald off Chara's stick. Couturier can't settle the puck. Krug to Backus and out of the zone. Konechny runs into Couturier. Chara gives it right off Couturier's leg. Stays in the zone. Voracek closing to the backhand. Slides it across the slot. Couturier there. Angles the pass to Streit. The drive saved by Rask. Streit holds it away from Pastrnak. Goes indirect. Couturier tries to fire it middle. Bergeron blocks that. Chara to Marchand, the back diagonal, hops over Carlo's backhand. Carlo goes indirect and Marchand controls the puck. A little wiggle to get around. Weiss accelerates over the line. Marchand draws it middle, goes into the crowd but can't complete the move. Weiss goes off the end boards. Gudas handcuffed, takes it away from Pastrnak.
Beat 4 guys, did Marchand. Just couldn't beat the 5th. The last finishing touch after he stepped on the inside on his backhand.
Gudas away from Pastrnak. Bergeron forces the pass to the wall, but it's right to Weiss. Back to Gostisbehere. The return. Weiss on the pivot, kicks to the stick. Weiss curls and drags inside, loose in the crease. Saved by Rask, and Marchand with the emergency clear. Nice penetration by Philadelphia, but Rask remains calm. Rask scoots it around. Belmar on the far side, waiting for the puck. Cousins ladles it off the boards. Danton Heinen intercepts, but he's going 1-on-3. Knowing there's a shift change behind him, he soft tosses to the corner and chases. Streit up the wall. Dominic Moore gets a stick on it. Bolesky can't control. Streit does. Provorov, saucer pass, one skip to Belmar over the line. Raffl's shot, and Rask again with excellent rebound control. Wayne Simmons first to the puck for Philadelphia. Crew curls away from Raffl. Rob O'Gara, indirect long for Bolesky. Mason. Goss to spare to McDonald. Krejci on the forecheck, the second man, Spooner. Spooner makes the skate pivot, gives it back. The drive from Backes rattles off a stick and deflects softly to the end boards. So Philadelphia forcing the Bruins into an emergency clear, and then the Flyers scampering to cover in their own end.
Well, we showed you a highlight back in the first period. Spooner being that second guy in on the forecheck, an aggressive play, good skating ability. He's playing the wing, and now he's got the puck and made a nice play. The back is coming late.
Backes past McDonald, but again, the Flyers have good layers. Van de Velde with Reed out front, tosses it to space. Miller holds his angle. Reed gives Miller a bump. Reed mucking with Backes nearby. Reed sends it through the corner. Schultz pulls it over to Gudas. The wrist shot into the crowd, and Rask finds it first. 7:46 to go in the game. Shots are 24-17 in favor of Philadelphia, but 0-0.
To the final horn for Ace Ticket Overtime Live with Dale, Billy, Barry, and Gord. They'll break down all the key plays, hear from the players and coaches, and take a look at what's ahead for the Bruins. Get an inside look at the wins and losses immediately following every NESN game.
That lovely woman in the middle of the screen with the blonde hair waving at us, yeah, that is Melissa Zucchello. And for all those of you who had the under, in the immortal words of the 30th President of the United States, Vermont's own Calvin Coolidge, you lose. He made it to 40 against all odds. We are privileged. We are privileged to work with the finest hockey producer in regional sports television, and I am so happy that he is here. He's not driving tonight, folks. We already took care of that. Dominic Moore and Sean Couturier on the faceoff. Jake Voracek picks the puck up in the corner, tries to slide it through Ehrhoff, who makes the defensive play. And if Ehrhoff's going to get a job out of this professional tryout, he's got to make plays just such as that. Behind his own blue line. Ehrhoff always very good with the puck on his stick. Kevin Miller fires it all the way around the glass. Code Gudas to Mark Strike. And Konechny, Travis Konechny, the curl and drag, soft backhand, and Rask clutches it against the blocker. 6:56 to go in the game. Konechny's got a ton of energy.
Yeah, he's all by himself. He's coming up the off wing. He's taking a look around, surveying, what are my options? Next thing he knows, he's got 4 black jerseys in his neighborhood, and he's got nowhere to deliver the puck. Somehow he keeps it on his backhand and just throws it at goal.
Might as well shoot. Bergeron wins the drop against Giroux. Carlo takes a hit to sling the puck through the corner. Bergeron pulls back, gives forward to David Pastrnak. Tumbling muffin, and Mason gloves it sure-handedly. 6:45 remaining in the game. We'll take a break. Still looking for our first goal tonight. Fly faster than you think with the JetBlue car. Bergeron, Pastrnak, Marchand, Carlo, and Chara, but Philadelphia controls the puck. Provorov off the boards. Giroux extends. Chara blocks the exit. Provorov back of his goal. Strike rattles it around through the corner. Carlo seals it off. Tosses the puck to the end boards. Provorov underneath Marchand gets the puck to the far side to Simmons. Provorov straight up the middle. Steal by Pastrnak to Marchand. Saved by Mason. Save of the game by by Steve Mason. Here's Marchand out high. Tries to toss it low to Krejci. And back comes Wayne Simmons. Cuts back against Chara. Across the top of the circles. Carlo bats the puck off the corner boards, but it springs right to Raffl. And the shot blocked. Chara to Backes, gets a second chance and chops it away from Schultz's stick check. Spooner threw Backes back to the center circle.
Idea was good. Pass was too hard for a one-timer.
O'Gara with Belmar chasing, finds Backes at the attacking line, takes the bump to get it to Krejci. Krejci closes to O'Gara, the drive. That goes hard into Belmar, but it turns into transition for Philadelphia. Weiss tangles with Krug. They both go down and the puck goes free.
It's about the third time tonight where Krug has wasted no time right in the neutral zone or right by his defensive blue line to close on people.
O'Gara with the stick handling move. The shot saved. Juicy rebound to the hash marks. And Backes flings it wide. There's a shattered stick back of the goal. Another stick in the slot as Heinen parries that one away. Moore wins the puck battle forward to the goal line. Miller spoons the backhand to the end wall. Moore wraps up McDonald. This one works its way through the deadwood. Konechny gets it out to center. Bolesky, who had rotated back, gets it forward to Ehrhoff as we're under 5 minutes.
Yeah, this offensive burst by Boston really all put in motion by that steal by Pastrnak from behind on the forecheck.
Let's go Bruins, the chant from the crowd. Preseason finale for both teams. The Bruins open the season Thursday night at Columbus. We'll have it for you on NESN. Voracek kicks it back to Provorov. It's off of Bolesky's stick. He peels off for a change. Pastrnak retrieves the puck along the wall. Can't get it to Bergeron. Provorov gives to Reed. Runs into traffic. Marchand heavy on the stick, but the puck all the way forward to Voracek. A good job by Reed.
Yeah, Reed got lucky there. Bruins tag team with Bergeron and Marchand. Thought they'd have that steal.
Bergeron, the deflected pass. Gudas gloves it down, curls away from Bergeron. Past Pastrnak up the boards. Giroux regroups in his own zone. Pastrnak in pursuit. Giroux sends the puck deep. Rask knocks it over to Carlo. Carlo indirect for Marchand, takes it on the backhand. He's got Jimmy Hayes nearby and also Riley Nash. Nash's shot saved by Mason. It tumbles down between the knees and he covers. 3.5 to go in a 0-0 game at TD Garden.
And Marchand on the forecheck from behind, able to make the steal from Provorov. And then he has the presence of mind to protect this puck and then find Marchand in behind. Mason reacted quickly. Marchand, who's gone high most of the night when he's had his opportunities. This one was a little low, trying to beat him low to the stick blocker side, but Mason able to get it to the left pad. Great play by Pastrnak.
Pasternak's put on some beef on his frame. Missed 25 games with a broken foot from just before Thanksgiving until just after Christmas.
Said it was a real learning period for him. You know, it helped his training, it helped his perspective.
Riley Nash in the waning minutes of regulation. Shane Gostisbehere gives him a bump. Nash angles the pass back. Krug squirts it through the slot. Konechny. McDonald under pressure from Nash. Gostisbehere to Voracek, wing to wing, looking for Konechny. It's icing against Philadelphia.
You know, 0-0 again, exhibition game, but you know you want to be in good habits when you start thinking about the upcoming season. And you know, you're trying to make a long distance pass in a 0-0 game on the road and you don't connect. You better have a lot of confidence in your guys to win draws.
Couturier will take the drop against Krejci. And Couturier controls it. McDonald turns his goal. It's off Backes' stick. Tries to slide it right up the boards to Spooner, but McDonald stays with it. Konechny angling in on Miller, who ties him up and prevents him from getting to the dot. Shane Gostisbehere. Jake Voracek over the line. The shot, high glove side. Rask corrals it, but then has a little miscommunication with Ehrhoff and has to take the face-off in the Boston zone.
Voracek's one of those guys. He's like a one-man. I can break the trap by myself, you know, and he comes late. That's the whole idea. because it throws off the timing of that 1-2-2 in the neutral zone. You get a little stationary, and if a guy's coming a little late with speed, they can skate with a long reach and got great hands. I mean, he can just gain entry on his own.
And a wicked shot. He is a game changer. Raffle battling against Carlo. Carlo plays the body. Bergeron picks up the puck, but here's Provorov pinching down. The defenseman forward to the goal line, tosses it opposite side, and Chara has it. He's got Pasternak on the near side. Chara lugs it short of the red line and leaves it. It's a turnover, and Philadelphia can't capitalize. And Giroux trying to steer it towards Simmons. The drive tipped, and it goes wide. Strike offering a tippable shot.
Yeah, it looked like Simmons got a piece of it on his pass through the slot.
Chara unable to toss the puck through to Carlo. Chara jamming away. Raffle keeps it alive.
That's a good bear hug hit by Carlo. Don't go in there. You got numbers facing you. You can't go and plant the guy. You go in with that nice bear hug. That's a big bear hug.
6'5" Colorado Springs native, playing beyond his 19 years. Really impressive. Matt Reed snaps the backhand down to the corner. O'Gara with a pretty good bump on Vandevelde. Bolesky tips the backhand over for Moore. Gudis off the boards. Moore sees the Vandevelde hit coming. Heinen rips it back to Krug. Approaching the final minute of play. Shots on goal are 26-21, and if there are 3 stars for a preseason game, 2 of them have to be the guys between the posts. Final minute of play. Belmar tying up Ehrhoff. Belmar wins the puck, wrists it around. Goss to spare, indirect. Belmar in the corner, gives it back, and Rask makes the save. Dale Weiss with the chance from the circle.
Yeah, and again, Rask very comfortable in goal. Here's take a look what we talk about as the beer hug. When players go in and they're facing the glass, you cannot go in and run this guy right here. But what you can do, and what you should be allowed to do, is give that little wrap around, a little bear hug, and pin him against the wall. And that's the good play by Carlo.
You know, Brian Burke suggested that a few years ago, and it never actually got written into the rules, but the referees who have a pretty good sense of what's going on have sort of allowed it.
Yeah, and it's on. They should allow it, and it's on the player that's going to make the contact. You know, to have the integrity to do the bear hug and not try to hit the guy from behind.
Half a minute to go. Now, if I could just understand interference, and what is and what isn't. 20 seconds to go.
Well, give that some thought when you're thinking more about icings.
Yeah. It's a long season of suffering for you, buddy. You thought that knee replacement was painful, huh? Ivan Provorov in the final few seconds lobs it in on Rask. He dumps it out of the trapper, and we will have 3-on-3 sudden death overtime.
Yeah, a little exchange here before we go away.
Konechny and Pasternak jawing at one another.
I'm disappointed for Zarnik. You know, the hit he took from Gudis. He's had a real good camp. Hope there's nothing serious going on there. Hope he's okay and you know, gets himself back on the ice. But if you're going to have one final tune-up, why not tune up a little overtime?
5 minutes of 3-on-3. Sudden death when we return. Goalies have been sterling.
Well, when you talk to the people around Philadelphia that cover them, and they say that goaltending is actually a position of strength this year for the Flyers, which it hasn't been in quite some time. And Mason and Newberg are there 1 and 1A.
Yep. Claude Giroux, Jake Voracek, Shane Gostisbehere, a dangerous trio, but the pass now comes through to Giroux, curl and drag, trying to get around Krug. He can't wheel it on goal.
Yeah, close to being offside.
Voracek turns through Marchand, the shot saved by Rask. Voracek curls out of the corner. The Bruins haven't had possession yet. Half a minute into overtime. Voracek dangles against Marchand. Voracek accelerates, steps right in front and slides the forehand past the far post as Bergeron shut him down. The lob pass out to Marchand. Marchand over the line. Gives forward to Bergeron. The wrapper out of the backhand and a save by Mason. Simmons on Bergeron. The Bruins will change out. Pastrnak and Krejci come over the boards. Sean Couturier, the self-pass, finds Wayne Simmons. Krejci tries to nudge it loose. Simmons muscles along the goal line. Stretches out, can't keep the puck on his forehand. Krejci tries to staple him in here. Stryton in space, walks right in the backhand. Pastrnak not whistled for a foul there. Got enough of him, but not too much. Krejci on the off wing. Krejci in the slot. The shot deflects and comes past Stryton and Pastrnak. Pastrnak shows new strength as he beats Streit to the puck along the wall.
It was a good recovery because it was his man Streit, one-on-one coverage. He let him go.
Streit high slide. Here's Weiss right across the goal mouth. Reed had a gaping net, but if he'd been a left shot, here's Spooner on a breakaway with the game on his stick. He scores! Ryan Spooner sticks a fork in him.
Well, there's your third star tonight. Nice lead pass by David Backes. This is what 3-on-3 is designed to do. Opportunities at both ends, wide open hockey, the skill guys on the ice, the speed guys. And Backes makes a nice little outlet pass. Philly get caught a little too deep. Not only a clean breakaway for Spooner, but the next man coming was Ehrhoff too. And Spooner finishes the game with a beautiful forehand wrist shot. Just he and Mason, that quick release in stride, high blocker, game over.
Spooner's got so many moves in his arsenal. We've seen some of them in the shootouts, but he never approaches the goal in the same manner. But there is always that one thing in common, that he frequently has the puck on his hip, so you never know when the shot's coming.
He's had a pretty good camp, and you know it's been an obvious point that there's a lot of sentiment. A lot of guys that can play center for the Bruins this year. He was your third-line center last year. He's getting a look at wing because they like his skill set, they like his speed, things that they need up front. Definitely what they need in the top six, maybe the top nine. And when the big guys were at the World Cup and you watch practice, I mean, he looked like a real good NHL player over at Warrior Ice Arena, but he's motivated. He feels like, you know, if I'm out of the spotlight, I'm going to show you I can play, and I can be versatile and play both center and wing.
And Spooner, a restricted free agent, is due for a new deal at the end of this year. So Carlo looks good. A couple of forwards get their last look, and they'll make the cutdowns Tuesday by 5 p.m. Bruins Academy is coming up next. For Andy Brickley, Sarah Davis, and our Nesson production crew, I'm Jack Edwards. We'll see you Thursday night from Columbus. So long, everybody.